Hello everyone, I am Sachin Vaidya. So today we are going to see how do we pass a data from one component to another component. So basically how we are going to exchange the data, right? So I have a component A and component B, and I want to send the data from component A and to component B. Then how will I do in either way, like from component B to component A? Okay, so let us see that. I have already created a project called as a Learn React here, and I have already started it is because actually just to avoid a lot of time consuming just to start a server. So now I have created something called as component. We have a inbuilt component. I'll say h1 here. And let me just go back. If you see now, the browser is updated with the message what I have written here now, right? Okay, so now I want, okay, just quickly let me create a component here now, and I'll just create a one more component. I will name it as a products dot sorry dot js. I've created a component. Let's create it here. Constant products equal to, then I'm going to return a function. Let's create a fragment inside that time being. Then I will just export it so that I can import it inside my parent component. I can use that. Okay, export default products. Okay, so now here let's say h2 products list. Okay, then so anyways, like I have exported from here, I can import it into my app component here by just importing it here. Okay, by just calling it as an import, then name, or else I can just go type here, start typing products. Okay, if you see on top there on line number 3, the import is already been taken care. Okay, so now if I run this, if you see now the product list, right? So where is this particular product list? It is inside my another component as a component name is a products. Okay, so if I want to pass a data from app component to the product component, I'm going to take help of a props here. Okay, using a props, we can send a data from one component to the another component. To do that, okay, even a props will be an object. So we have a key and a value. Let's say name equal to, okay, I'll say more specific product name. Product name equal to, pass some value here, say mobile. Okay, so one of a product name, then say product description. Our product description here, Samsung Galaxy. I'll just add product description. Then one more about information will be the price of the product. Okay, so let's see 15,000. Okay, so now I have passed the values from my app component to the products component. So like how to retrieve that data here? Okay, so in an argument, I just need to pass as a props here. Okay, by using a props, I can access this data now. Okay, so now let me as it is a functional component, I will just say use effect so that on load of web page, I'll just print everything. Okay, I'll just console the props whatever I have received from another component. If I just do inspect element, go to the console, I'll be okay. I'm able to see the object here, right? So like all the values whichever is passed from my app component to the products component. So now here app component works as a parent component and products component is a child component now. Okay, if I want to read, so in a very similar pattern, how do we read our object values? By saying a dot key. The key here is the product name, one of a key. I'll just print that here now. And now I'm able to see only the product name here, mobile, right? Okay, so I can just display that inside my, I'll say module here, props dot product name. So I'll just create some UI kind of thing, a simple UI. Then we'll just add a span. Let me add a paragraph. Then here I will just display the description. I'll just copy this dot description. Then I'll just use a span to mention the price. I have a props dot price. Okay. So now if I go back, so I'm able to see all the data here, right? Let me just create some CSS. And I'll just create a product. Always have a habit of creating a new file. Say products.css. Okay, so now here I'll just use some class name equal to product. Okay, inside the CSS, as it is a class, always follow by this one. Now let's add some border, pixel, solid. So sorry, I need to import it here. I'll say import. Is that product? Products.css. I'm sorry, yes, path was wrong here. Okay, so now if you see now here, I have already added a border to that. Okay, I'll just add other CS. I'll just change as it's a block element div, so it will completely hold the access. I will say 200 pixels. Okay, height let it be anyways. Yes. Okay. So now I have one product created here. Okay, so like this, I can create a multiple product. I can just send multiple product details like this, or else I can also do it in a more dynamic way. Say LED 4028. Yeah. Okay, I have two products here now. Okay, like as I go on creating this, like it is going to create a multiple times here like this. Okay. Okay, so I have created two products by sending a data. Okay, so like now I'll just comment this part, not required. Just play the one. Okay, so here I have a product called as a component called as products. Then I have sent the data as a product name and all those things using a props. Okay, like using a props, I'm able to pass the data from parent component, child component. So what is the next question here? Like, how do I pass a value from my child component to the parent component? By using same props, can I do that? Okay, so like by using the same way, can I do that? No. Okay, so that is not allowed in a ReactJS. You can only send a data from parent component to child component, okay, using props. You cannot send the data from your child component to parent component using props. Okay, to do that, we have something called as, okay, callback functions. Okay, so a callback function is the thing, but we are going to pass, okay, with the help of the same props, but we are going to pass a function itself as an input, okay, an input to the props. So let me just quickly create a function here. Let's create a function. Say get data. Okay, get arrow function. Okay, and this should be a parameter as like with argument. Details. Okay, then I'll console dot log. तो मैंने यहाँ पे क्या किया अभी? I'll just console it now, right? So now I should pass this. Okay, so like now I want to retrieve data not return, like get a data from my child component into my parent component, that is the app component. Okay, to do that, I need to pass this function itself as a prop. Okay, so I'll just say get data itself, get info, I'll just mention, then let's pass this. So as it is a function, I should not make a function call here. So I'm going to do it in my child component. Okay, so now I can access. Okay, if I just remove this and let's just go to console and just check. If you see object, I got one more function also here. Okay, these are the number, string, and here I can see a function. So which is a with argument. So detail is the name of the argument there, right? So like I need one parameter to be sent here. Okay, so to do that, to access that, so I'll just say here inside this props dot, what is the name of the element or object here? The key is a get info, then functional call. So as we see here, it is expecting some argument. Let's pass some value. Okay, values from child component. Okay, so now if you see now here on app.js component, this values from child component is printed. But where is that I'm sending from? I'm sending it from a child component, that is a products component. Okay, I'm just printing that. I'm accessing that value inside my parent component. So this is how we pass a value. Okay, if we want to change, send value from child component to the parent component, we are going to take help of props, but using a callback functions. Okay, by passing a function itself as a props to the child component, and just okay access that component using a props dot key, then pass the value as an argument. So we can send a n number of arguments here. Okay, I can also add a n number of arguments here. Okay, let's say pass name. So what I need to change here is I just need to add one more value, comma, products. And let us see, I'll be able to see now the output here. Here if you see, I can see the output. Okay, so this is how we pass a value from a child component to a parent component, use okay by taking the help of props.